Well, hello everyone. It is so good to be with you today. I hope your day is going great. Welcome to Tuesday's edition of Take 5 and the subject we're dealing with this week entitled A Blemished Lamb and the Great King. Now that may sound kind of weird when you just listen at that title, but we pulled that straight from Malachi chapter 1 verse number 14, where God is talking to the priest and the children of Israel, and He's running them down the road about bringing blemished sacrifices to Him. He says you're supposed to bring the best to me, not the second best, and surely not the worst. Don't bring the blind and the lame and the blemished, but bring Him the very best. That's what He expects. And so that's what we're looking at this week, giving God our absolute best. And so all week long, that's what we're going to talk about, and we're going to come from Malachi chapter 1. Later on in the week, probably, maybe Thursday, Friday, something like that, Wednesday maybe, I'm really not sure. We're going to go back and look at verse 6 through 14, and we're going to break it down a verse at a time, and we're going to see what God says to us today concerning that. Now, we're going to use the events mentioned here in Malachi. We're going to use them all week as an analogy, to compare them to our service of the Lord today, because God told His people when they bring a sacrifice that if it was lame, blind, or if it was blemished in any way whatsoever, that meant it had to be perfect, not a spot on it, nothing out of place. It had to be perfect, and if it wasn't, they couldn't offer it to God. The sacrifice they were to bring was supposed to be the firstborn. It was supposed to be spotless, without flaw, and without blemish. It was really supposed to cost them something, because God wanted them to bring the best that they had. He demanded the best. He demanded excellence. And I guess that would be a really good word to use in talking about this, is making sure that we serve the Lord in every aspect with excellence. Regardless of what it is, we want to give Him the best that we have. The best in our prayer, the best in our faith, the best in our love, the best in our fasting, the best in our attendance, the best in our daily service, the best in our walk, every week as we go to our place of employment or go to school or wherever we go. We are supposed to give God our very best each and every day. Now, when you use that word excellence and you look at it from the world's perspective, it carries a little bit of a different impression than it does from the Bible. When you look at it from the world's point of view, it means superiority and success. And so the world has this idea that excellence is to excel or to surpass or to exceed or transcend or outdo other people. That's the mindset of the world when it comes to excellence. And that causes people to do the things that they do for personal glory and significance and for the praise and the applause of men. But that's not why we do what we do as children of God. We do it for the glory of God, not for the glory of men. So when you look at that term excellence from a biblical perspective, it changes. The whole definition just takes a turn and a twist there, because it's not for us, it's for the glory of God. So here's how the world views it. They view it as success, and success means being the best, but excellence means being your best. That's what I'm striving to do, and you should too, to be the very best that we can be for God. I'm not trying to be better than you. I'm trying to be the best that I can be for God. The world says that success means to be better than everyone else, but excellence means to be better tomorrow than I am today or yesterday. So that means I have ambition. That means I'm striving to do something greater for God tomorrow than I did today. Success from the world's standard means exceeding the achievements of other people. But excellence, on the other hand, means matching my practice to my potential. Let's face it, most people really don't do what they are capable of doing. They hold back when it comes to serving God. We have the potential of doing and being so much more if we would just strive with excellence to practice that. So then, biblically speaking, the pursuit of excellence refers to pursuing and doing the best that we can with the gifts and the abilities that God has given us, all for His glory. It's all about Him at the end of the day, and that's why we should strive to do the best that we can, because what we're doing is to glorify God. Excellence includes doing common, everyday things, but doing them with the best ability that we can and giving God our best regardless of whether people see us or not, because, again, it's not about people. It's for the glory of God. And we do need to remember this, that while people may not always see, God absolutely always sees everything that we do. So we should definitely give our best for Him. The Bible is not silent about us doing everything that we do for the glory of God. Ecclesiastes 9:10 says, whatever your hand finds to do, do it with all your might. So we're not supposed to slack in anything. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it with excellence. Don't bring God some blemished service or blemished lamb. Don't do that. He's a great king. We should bring Him the very best that we have in everything that we do. 1 Corinthians 10:31 says, so whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all for the glory of God. So everything that I do, I'm supposed to do it with excellence. I should do nothing with mediocrity or inferiority. I should do it all with excellence because I'm doing it for the glory of God. Colossians 3:17, whatever you do, whether in word or deed, do it all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God and the Father through Him. And then that same chapter, verse 23, he said, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not for human masters. So we can see that the Bible is not silent about God expecting our best. God does not want us to bring blemished service, blemished sacrifices, and blemished obedience to Him. He doesn't want us to do that. He's a great king, and He wants us to bring the very best that we have. Well, hey, I've got to get out of here, friend. It's been good being with you today. I look forward to being with you tomorrow on Wednesday's edition of Take 5. Till then, God bless you. Have a great day. Remember, friend, trust the Lord. He will never fail you.